Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. Got a good one for you today. We are in Carlsbad and going to take a little walk. We're going to talk about the fact that we are headed towards a financial lockdown. The next lockdown will be strictly financial, and you guys need to prepare for that. Before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this with everybody. Also, we've got an email list. We had an email go out yesterday. For those of you on the list, check your spam folder just to make sure you got it. And also, this video is sponsored by Blue Lagoon Resources and funded by Gold Standard Media. So, before I get into that, let's get into this. We are seeing serious problems with our financial system right now, and inflation is the major problem. And it's inflation in absolutely everything that we're dealing with, from our personal lives to business to absolutely everything. Now, the banks, the government, everything that we're being told is that everything is okay and that there is nothing to be concerned about. But I'm going to show you how we have to be absolutely 100% concerned with everything that we're living through right now. Inflation is such a huge problem that infects each and every one of us that it's going to destroy the average person to where they will not be able to go outside and even go to the grocery store. They're going to contemplate buying gasoline or buying food in probably 60 to 90 days. That's how bad it is right now. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of examples. I had a business meeting in December, and we met at a Mediterranean restaurant in the city of Long Beach, right in a place called 2nd Street. Beautiful place, great, been there so many times. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, the thing about this is that meeting with a friend, guy I've known for 30 years, and I bought him lunch that day, and I helped him sell a vehicle through one of the services that I've talked about here, and he made a bunch of money. And I bought him lunch that day, and then we went back to the same restaurants. And as we're looking at the menu, because he was going to buy this time because he sold the car, he was going to sit there and say, "Hey, Dan, I'll buy you lunch." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool, do that." And then as he's looking at the menu, and I'm looking at the menu, he's like, "Hey, does this thing look like the prices have gone up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it looks like it's gone up a ton." So I went through my credit card bills, and I paid $55 for our lunch. Yeah, it's pricey. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So we're sitting there, and I said, "Let's order the exact same thing that we ordered last time and see if there's a difference." Guys, it was $80 when the bill came for the exact same thing since December. Now, that is insane. When do people not go out to restaurants and say, "Pass, I'm not going to do this"? Now, again, guys, I felt bad for him because he was paying, but I stuck it to him and bought dessert anyways. So, I'm kidding. It's not that far. But again, guys, when are we going to sit there and people get a realistic glimpse on how bad this stuff is right now? Because what we're seeing is the farmers. Farmers Policy is a site that talks about different things that farmers deal with. And one thing they're dealing with is the price of fertilizers going up. The price of seeds are going up. The price of labor has gone up. Everything has affected everything with the farming industry, including maintenance for farming. Now, with that being said, it's making your food prices go sky high right now. And nobody wants to admit this. Nobody wants to say, "Hey, that could be a problem down the road." No, it's going to be a massive problem because everything that we're experiencing is going up right now. Now, with the email, I also sent this out and warned these people on the email list also. Joseph Dreamhouse is the charity that I support. We're having the Angel game next week. Hope you guys can make it. The tickets are going to sell out in the next day or two. If you want to join us, the link's below. But what's disturbing is Fran got a letter from the Department of Agriculture saying that there is huge threats of Russian cyber attacks right now with our infrastructure and with business, with banking, with everything. Guys, you have to look at this. Look at this form that she got sent, okay? Here's the image that she got sent. Now, you guys have to be concerned about this, whether it's a hoax, it's not. That came from our government telling people to get themselves ready for this stuff right now. Now, everything that we are paying for right now with gas, the strategic, our oil reserves that are being released, 1 million gallons a day. Great. This is bad, guys, using this right now. It shouldn't be used, and eventually it's going to make it so that gas is going to be so expensive because people like Saudi Arabia are raising the prices on everything right now when it comes to gas. So we have to deal with this, and you have to look at the average gas price here in California is above $6 a gallon right now, and it's not going down. It's going to get worse. But when do people sit there and say, I'm not going to go to a restaurant, I'm going to contemplate food or gas? When is that going to happen? Because that's the lockdown, guys. That's what people are experiencing right now. And if you don't think that that's happening, you're crazy right now, because people right now don't have the money to do the average things that they did a year ago or 2 years ago. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. I really want to know what you think. The banks and the banking security is absolutely nuts. And I'll talk about this a little bit later. That somebody sent me something from Bank of America that is staggering that they sent this. Now, when it comes to cybersecurity and warnings, you have to take responsibility yourself for everything that's happening with your banking and with making sure that you have two paths for identification when you log into things. Do not just click on things that are sent to you. It's a huge problem right now. And there is a cybercrime that's going along right now where people are getting text messages from their own phone number, and it looks like, hey Dan, you're sending Dan a text, click on this. Or, hey, there's a problem with your service, click on this. And people are doing it. Now, they've narrowed this down, the stories below, they've narrowed this down to Verizon customers, and it's absolutely a huge, huge problem for Verizon customers. But again, don't click on anything. Don't agree to anything. They're not paying for this. Zell's not paying for this. Bank of America now, which owns Zell, has stepped forward and said that they're not going to pay you if you're a victim of cybercrimes right now. And again, save your money, guys. Save your money right now. Do what you can do. Let me cover some more stuff. It's windy. It's beautiful out here. Inflation is going to kill us, guys. And it's something that we have no control over right now. And if you believe inflation is at 8%, you are kidding yourself. The farmers, it could make crops go up as much as 40%. Going into a grocery store right now, buying pasta and buying tomatoes and buying tomato sauce and things like that to make an Italian dinner, I sat down and said, this is $40, guys, to buy this for this one meal that a year ago we spent $20 on. So to feed a group of people. Now, yes, it's a group of people and it's only $40. No, it's ridiculous that it's doubled in price, guys. And again, when do people not be able to afford groceries? When does that happen? Because I think it's happening right before our eyes, guys. This video is sponsored by Blue Lagoon Resources. Their ticker symbol is BLAGF, and they're available on all major stock exchanges. This video is funded by Gold Standard Media. This is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence. But when it comes to gold companies, I love Blue Lagoon. Their CEO, Rana Vig, is somebody that has, over the course of the last couple months, bought 100,000 shares of his own company in the open market. This company is a junior mining company, and it is absolutely amazing because what they've done is got major talent that's stepping forward. For example, a man named Quentin Hennig, he has invested in the company twice, but he has been involved with over 30 successful investments for the gold space. This company is selling right now at under 50 cents a share right now, and is an OTC company that has many exciting opportunities headed its way. I moved up the hill and stopped at a place called McGee Park, and as you look at different gold and different mining stocks, The one thing I like to look at is the management team. And the one thing that they have at Blue Lagoon is they've got over 100 years of experience with mining and with public companies when you add everybody's experience up. These people have all had successful runs in the past, and they've seen companies explode in value. Now, the one thing that you have to look at is you really have to look at Dr. Hanai's expertise in joining this firm. This guy looks at 40 companies a month, and he may recommend 3 inside of a month. Not only is he recommending that people invest in Blue Lagoon, he's participating in it and he's purchasing it. So this guy's putting his money where his mouth is right now. They're anticipating that gold's going to hit $2,000 next. But what you have with a company like Blue Lagoon is this: they are ready to mine right now. They're one of the first mining companies in Canada that's ready to go in the second half of 2022. Have everything set up. It is an incredibly inexpensive stock right now, and it's something that could go up as much as 5 times in value. Now, again, when you purchase these things, if you're looking for something that's going to go up, triple your money inside of an hour, this is not for you. But when you have something like this that's this inexpensive and you've got leaders like this involved in it, that's something you need to take a look at. The cool thing with a stock like this is that when I look at mining stocks, what do they have? Are they purchasing something? Well, they purchased a mine that was active. They've already got the money put together for it and bought it outright at 50 cents in the dollar. Right now, they can produce an ounce of silver for less than $1,000. Which is incredible, guys. Because you buy it, imagine buying something and it's at 1900, it's worth almost double what they're producing it for. So this is something that's an absolute winner, and I hope you guys will look at BLAGF and Blue Lagoon Resources. Has got a lot more to it, and I'll come back to them in a little bit. Now back to the financial lockdown. There's some things that you have to look at in our everyday lives and how this is pointing to major problems. We are seeing things like ground beef that have gone up 20% inside of a year. Now, to me, it's gone up even higher. When you see things like vegetables that have gone up triple in price, this is something that is absolutely a huge problem for the average consumer, and they cannot afford this. There's a great story about millennials, how they're not saving money right now. Well, they can't save money because they have nothing left over, guys, right now. Now, we're supposed to believe that this is the greatest job market in the history of our country, and that everything is fantastic, but people do not have extra money right now for anything right now. So Social Security was given a 5.9% increase, and it's the biggest one ever. The problem with that is that even if you believe that inflation is only at 7.9%, they're losing money month after month, and grandma cannot afford to buy things on a normal, day. So there's that. Everything in our lives is going up right now. Now, Bank of America, somebody sent me this because it's incredible. They have a cyber crime program that they want you to look at, and they want you to follow these instructions as far as cyber crime, because they are no longer going to just give you the money back if somebody rips you off. You need to have authentication set up with 2 types. You need to have a cyber plan. You need to notify them immediately if you're contacted by anybody, but they are finished with giving money back to scammers. So if you get ripped off on your credit card, you've got to be leery of this stuff. You've got to watch every single thing that you do in your life and have a plan. And they're going to ask you what the plan is too. So the days of just, oh yeah, this scammer came in and I clicked on that link, it's done, guys. So you got to be leery of all this stuff that's happening right now. But in business, in everything that's happening right now around us, everything is more expensive right now. It makes no difference if you are, if it's buying it for yourself, or you're buying it for your family, or you're buying it for your company. I don't know how people are going to get through this right now. I really don't, because with gas as high as it is, with this winter, here's the thing. Here in California, we are about to be hit with something major as far as the drought and water restrictions. I don't know how they can build homes right now with the fact that there is no water for these people to get to houses right now, and to farms and things like that. So we've had such little rain for the third year in a row that this is going to be something that people are going to have to deal with, and it's going to affect everything as far as the pricing. The farm equipment, farm seeds, everything that we talked about is only going up, but again, nobody wants to admit that this is doing anything. Retail sales are off a huge amount. They were off in February, they're off in March, and it's not as bad as they're saying, but it is. It's people are not spending the money right now that they did in years gone by. Now, you can sit there and say that the stimulus money is done, which I agree with, but that didn't create the inflation, guys. It really didn't. It didn't create the cargo ship mess. It didn't create everything that's happening right now. But this fuel shortage and everything that we're seeing is only going to be escalated. The problem with Russia, the problem with Ukraine right now is a problem that people just don't want to look at and realize that it's going to affect absolutely everything. Kind of a cool old area, this McGee Park with these old houses up here on the hill, these grass areas. A lot of people bring their dogs out. It's kind of overcast right now, so you don't see that. But kind of a cool spot to walk around. Let's talk about our sponsor, Blue Lagoon Resources. Couple things. Dr. Hennig brought in a company called Crescat Capital to invest in the company. They put in $1.5 million into the company structure to get all their financing set up so that they could go and drill and be ready. They also acquired the Dome Mountain mine, which has got it's had over $30 million invested in that, and they have a plan right now to do 2,000 meters of drilling. Not one drill 2,000 meters deep, but separate drilling, and they're going to be drilling all over the place in this area. Now, this is what you call a junior mining company, and the good thing about this is that this company has got $4 million in cash right now. They have less than $100,000 in debt right now, and their Dome Mountain project, which is the huge project that's going to revolutionize and change this company, is 90% underdeveloped right now. They are ready to go on this, and they are ready to move on it, and this will be something that will absolutely turn this company to be a huge mining company, and you've got major players that are invested in this right now. But when you look at all the risk assessments with this company, and I'll show you this graph, from everything from political to location to the mines to everything that's going on, if they can get the product out of the ground, everything points to low risk right now, which is a huge deal for the company. Now, the final thing is Dome Mountain, which is their big deal. They consider that's 90% underdeveloped right now. So when it comes to gold mining, this place has got huge potential. You've got major people involved in it, and take a look at BLAGF, guys. I'm going to end this video with these last few stories, and the first one is, you are not imagining things when you think that stores are starting to lock things up more and more and more. Some retailers are going as far as having a smartphone app inside the store that's connected that you have to download if you want merchandise out of the store. Think of the lunacy of this. Hey, you got to download the app, and we got to have access to your phone so that you can buy aftershave, deodorant, hairspray, toothpaste, things like that. People are sick of the theft, but the problem with it is that people are stealing everything. Now, a great article about how retailers are fighting back, and they're hiring security people, and they're having people arrested. And I think it's going to start to get a little brutal, guys, because they're sick of losing so much money and going out of business during this time. So you're going to see that. And the final story is this. Think of how insane this is with the car industry. Honda just announced that they are going to start selling 10-year-old certified used cars through their Honda and Acura dealerships. That's nuts, guys. So you're going to be able to buy a 10-year-old car that's been certified through Honda, and they're actively looking at that because they can't get new cars. Now, new Honda cars are outrageous. I told you guys about the Civic that I saw for $37,000. But you're going to be able to buy a 10-year-old car that the dealership is going to say is A-okay. So you'll pay top dollar for it, but that's coming to a theater near you. So please do not forget to the like button. Please do not forget to the subscribe button. Don't forget, we've got the fundraiser for Joseph Dreamhouse. If you want to join us at the Angel Game, please sign up. Please look at our sponsor, BLAGF, Blue Lagoon Resources. Again, not giving you financial advice, but I love this company, and I love what they're doing as far as the mining space, and you should have this in your portfolio. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.